Hey, yo, what's up, Billsmafia? Well, it looks like they did it again. This is my official weekend review or game in review. I'm almost out of superlatives. I got to admit, I almost had a heart attack Sunday. I'm 51 years old. I'm not sure how much more of this I can take. But I've been having heart attacks over the years as a Bills fan, so I guess it is what it is, right? It was a up and down roller coaster game. It was fun because, in the end, if you think about it, my prediction was Bills 31, Rams 28. I was 4 points off on each score. So I wasn't surprised at the final score. What had me shocked, and I gotta tell you what happened in my house, right? So I come home and I'm watching the game. Now, my wife loves to be awake when I'm watching the game. She loves my reaction. She thinks it's absolutely hilarious how into the games I get. And so when I got home this Sunday from driving people around all morning, when I got home Sunday to watch the game, she was asleep. So for the first half of the game, I kind of tried to keep it, I reacted, but I tried to keep it low, but I was on cloud nine. She woke up and she didn't even realize. She said, "Wait a minute, what's going on? How's the game going?" And I told her, and she said, "Wait, and you didn't wake me up?" And so the second half came and we went up 28-3, and she's awake now, so I'm free to jump up and down and scream and shout. And so I'm screaming and shouting. I can't believe we're up 28-3. And she says to me, and I quote, I kid you not, I swear she said this to me. She said, "Don't get too cocky." And I said, "Yeah, but I can't help it. We're up 28-3 in the third quarter. They're not going to blow this one." 28-10. They were bound to get a touchdown sooner or later. 28-17. And I'm like, oh no. And by the time it was 32-28, I'm sitting there and with my head in my hand, and my wife goes, "I told you, don't get too cocky." And I'm like, really? We're going to do that now? But then the last drive happened, and when they scored with 15 seconds left, I think my neighbors in the next building heard me, but it was a great ending to a wild game. And I gotta tell you, there were a couple of things that I loved. I loved, again, Josh Allen. I can't say enough about how he's playing right now. He had me concerned because he went Houston Oilers game again for a little while. Now, a lot of people are pointing to that lateral. They're mentioning the lateral. But if you look at that lateral that he attempted to Isaiah McKenzie's got to be aware. He was actually open on that. Had he actually went after that ball and caught it, he might have actually gained yards. That play was actually open. That, for once, Josh Allen was, it looked kind of scary, like he didn't know what he was doing. And Josh Allen won't say it. He's that kind of guy. But Isaiah McKenzie's got to be aware he's open for that lateral. He's got to be looking at that play and got to be aware. But the passing game did it again. The run game got some good plays in. Devin Singletary's not racking up yardage per se, but his per carry average is where it needs to be. So I'm not concerned about the running game. The special teams, Corey Bojorquez, he's in the zone. He's not doing much this season because the Bills are scoring, and when he gets his shot, he's really actually doing well. Also, our kick returner, excellent. Andre Roberts, just excellent. And, people who questioned having a roster spot for him, you got to eat your words on this one the same way I'm eating mine on Josh Allen. The defense, I'm a little bit concerned about the run defense. They're getting beaten in the middle of the field. I know this was Tremaine's and Matt's game back after a game and a half out, so that's probably part of it. We'll see what happens this week. Hopefully things get back in order. And I just thought it was an excellent game. I really did. I think the Bills are kind of where they need to be. They beat a quality opponent. Don't question the Bills' heart. Don't question their ability now. You can't, because they have all of the tools. Gabriel Davis showed up and showed out. John Brown goes down. Gabriel Davis comes in without missing a beat. And that is going to look like one of the smartest fourth-round draft picks in Bills history. I mean, the scouting department, Brandon Beane, Sean McDermott, this really has turned out to be really good. AJ Epinesa had a sack. I think that was his first. Again, got to applaud the Bills of what they're doing, and I can't wait for this Vegas game. Honestly, I don't think they're going to lose this week, but I'll get to that later. I'll get to that probably Friday. I'll probably post another video on Friday and let you know what I'm thinking about the Raiders game. But now we're 3-0, and we are in the driver's seat right now, and I'm loving it. I don't know about you. Well, of course you're loving it. You gotta love it. You're Billsmafia, doggone it. So here we go. Let's get ready for the ride. I have to make some comments too on what went down today, because I'm in Nashville. I'm hearing a lot about what's happening with the Titans. Just a couple of notes. The Titans game, a couple of people have asked me, but I don't know for sure how they're doing tickets for that game. At this point, we don't even know if there's going to be a game. Because if the Titans have this COVID breakout, and we'll backtrack right now. As you probably heard, the Titans have 3 players that have tested positive. Turns out it's one starting defensive tackle, Daquan Jones, their long snapper, and a practice squad tight end. Kind of a weird combination for this to happen, which kind of tells you that they probably contracted this in 3 different places or what have you. I don't know what to think, but I do know this, that the Titans are going to be testing. Their facilities are closed for the rest of the week until Friday. Friday's the last day they'll be closed. They get to reopen Saturday, but they're going to be tested. These players are all going to be tested on a daily basis from now until Thursday. And I gotta tell you, if they come back positive, because these players tested positive and went to Minnesota and played a game, and now the Vikings might be infected and the Titans may be infected, we don't know. But what we do know is, if you have a cluster, if it turns out that the Titans have multiple players other than the ones that have already tested positive, if they have multiple players testing positive, they're not. The Bills game is not going to be played next Sunday. Now, what scenarios happen after that, I don't know. But if they have 10, 20 players test positive, there's no way they're going to get that Bills game in on Sunday, because they're going to postpone the Steelers game, which is who the Titans play this week. And more likely than not, that game will not go off against the Bills unless some miracle comes about. So hold your plane tickets, hold your car rides, folks, and cross your fingers. Hopefully those are the only people that come back positive, those 3 players and 5 staff. Hopefully those are the only people that come back positive. And so, Billsmafia can invade Nashville. I'll be here, folks. I'm here all the time because, I live here and all. But that's what I've got for now. I'll be updating things on the Facebook page. Again, I'll be back on Thursday. And by the way, I'm going to start this wing review. I don't know how many places I'm going to get in before Billsmafia comes down for the game, but I'm going to try to put up as many videos as I can, going to different places around town. Not a lot of buffalo style wings, but there's some places with some really good wings here that you might find a little bit different, but tastes good just the same. So stay tuned, Billsmafia. Again, congratulations to the Bills. We're 3-0. 3-0. I can't believe it. It's going to be a great ride, a great season. Let's keep it up. And as always, hit the like button. Please subscribe. Hit the like button on the video. Subscribe to the page. You'll get immediate notifications. I'll start doing some YouTube live stuff. So help me out. Let's get this page rolling. And as always, let's go Buffalo!